So let's go.
Hello?
Hi, could I speak with Joseph, please?
This is Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. My name is Mitch. I posted the ad earlier this morning looking for a driver, and I saw that you replied. How you doing tonight?
Oh, not bad. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I was just wondering. You're actually the first person that answered. You're like the third person I called, and I guess everybody's busy. Even though they responded to the ad. So hopefully this isn't a bad time for me calling.
Oh, no, yeah, it's totally fine. It's just I can barely hear you. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. I'll speak up a little bit. Is this better? Could you hear me like this?
Yeah, it's a little staticky, but I can hear you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so so like I said, I was looking for a driver. I said that I guess I screwed up in the ad a little bit. I think I made it seem like the job was tonight, but it's actually some point over this weekend. I'm not sure specifically when yet, but what interested me about your reply was you said that you're let me see that you're very skilled in all capacities behind the wheel, and I'm just wondering if you could elaborate on that, like what capacities.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. Let's see. I've been driving around. I've been driving professionally, and of course, going where I have to go in Los Angeles for I don't know how long. I've been doing it professionally for I'd say about 10 years now.
Okay.
So I know ins and outs of just about every city. I'm familiar with San Diego, Orange County, and I do a lot of wrench work too. So what I meant by that was I'm skilled with anything that has to do with the car. I can do it. If you need someone that can drive stick shift, someone that can drive autos, someone that can fix cars, that's me too.
Gotcha. So like if the car breaks down or something, and do you have are you skilled in driving a van?
I'm sorry?
Are you skilled in driving a van or just like cars and stuff? Like, are you comfortable?
Oh, no, car, truck, van, moving truck. No
Gotcha.
matter.
Okay, this will make everything 100 times easier. So now, I guess my question to you is, what is the, I guess, your scariest or craziest moment that you've had behind the wheel?
Scariest behind, let's see, there's actually been a couple. I used to work at a poker house, at an after-hours poker house, so we would start
Are you saying hooker
7
house? A hooker house?
I'm sorry?
Are you saying hooker house?
Yeah, right, yeah, we would have we had a couple clients that would come through this poker house, and that's where I got a lot of my nighttime driving done. Let's see.
So you would drive the hookers around and stuff, is what you're saying?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So you're saying you would drive the hookers to and from the area?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. I think it's because it's on speaker or something.
Oh no, my phone's just a little messed up. You were saying that
Oh, okay.
that you worked at a hooker house. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I worked at a poker house. For a few months. Let's see, like late last year, and that was actually worked out pretty all right. Why I guess I can choose that as the craziest because I met people from all different kind of walks. Picked them up from places as far as San Diego just to bring them back to North Hollywood for a full night of poker. It was a lot of adventure, so it's hard just to chop it up just to one.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So now, I guess, are you good at keeping stories straight? Like, let's just say, in a hypothetical situation, if on this job we're driving around and somebody's like, oh, what's going on over here? Would you be able to keep the story straight if the story is that me and you were friends and we've been hanging out, because I'm just wondering, like exes and friends and stuff. I just don't want too many people to know what I'm doing this weekend.
No, totally, yes. That was actually just, being discreet was one of the things I was necessary while working at that poker house because we would get some not so known celebrities, a couple celebrities that were known, and then sometimes politicians and stuff like that. So, discretion was key, and that's something that I had to learn. I had to learn, if there's a guy that's sitting next to me that's 65 years old, I had to learn a little bit of backstory, just in case, we were ever asked, how do you guys know each other?
Right. So you're good at kind of pulling up stuff on the spot. Okay, this is a very abstract question, but are you confident driving on like abandoned train tracks or even unabandoned train tracks? Would you say that you're your driving skill is good enough to drive on train tracks, if need be. Let's just say hypothetically.
Yeah, so long as the vehicle's capable enough, I have no problem with that. I'm very confident.
Gotcha. That's great to hear. Actually, the last time I went to do a job like this, the person behind the wheel never went on train tracks before, and I guess they were scared, so I actually had to take over. And I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have too many other things going on. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the one to jump on the wheel. Like if it's your job to be, driving around, that's your job.
Yeah, no, that's what you're hiring me to do. That's what I'm going to do for you.
Gotcha.
As long as there's road and someone I can drive on, then that's all I need.
All right. What's the highest speed that you're comfortable driving?
I'm sorry?
What's the highest speed that you're comfortable driving at?
That's highest speed. Let's see. I've probably, I don't know, probably somewhere around, I think the most I've ever done for a little bit of time was probably somewhere around holding the pedal down at 110.
110? That's
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, because like I said, we're going to be driving a van. So I'm not sure if the van goes up to 110, but I just want to make sure you're totally prepared to just pedal to the metal, pedal to the floor, I guess, and just go.
Like I said, as long as the vehicle's capable, I have no issue.
Gotcha. And you said you're familiar with all the areas and the beaches and stuff. Are you relatively familiar with the jewelry stores in all the areas of LA, or is that something you're not?
Where am I? I'm sorry. What was that?
Are you familiar with the jewelry stores in the area, like in the surrounding area, say Southern California type of area, San Andreas type of thing?
Yeah, no, definitely. I am familiar with greater SoCal Los Angeles or SoCal California.
Gotcha. Now let's just say
I'm trying to answer your question to the best of my ability, but it's a little hard to hear you, is all.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll
cool.
speak a little. Is it cooler if I talk like this, maybe a little closer? Because sometimes with my voice,
that helps.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
we made it this far, so we're okay.
Yeah. Because sometimes with the deepness of my voice, if I'm too close to the phone, people can't hear me. It gets all distorted. So now
where you are right now is perfect.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. I'm not going to move an inch. Now let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, I doubt it's going to come to this, but let's just say you're driving and. Actually, let's not even give you a hypothetical situation. Have you ever, in real life, had to avoid cops?
Once, yeah. It's not one of my proudest stories, but yeah, there was this one time where I did have to kind of evade a little bit, yeah.
Gotcha. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your ability to evade cops?
That was a really good night. That one I'd like to say I was at least an 8.
Oh, wow.
I was a little nervous. I'm going to give myself a 7, but, somewhere between 7 and 8, not too bad.
All right. No, I respect your honesty. A lot of people would be like, 10 all the way. Then in the moment,
yeah, I mean, yeah. So, it's like I said, it's not my proudest moment, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Right. I got you. I feel you. So now, have you ever driven wearing any type of mask before? Just because, let's just say the situation.
With helmets on.
Helmets? Okay. Cool. So I have right here that you've driven at a max of 110 before. You're good at losing cops. You're comfortable driving on train tracks. Right now, I'm going to get a little real with you. And if
driving on train tracks, having to outrun a cop, sure, no problem. Right. I do get a little bit more inquisitive once you start saying some stuff about the masks and driving at high speeds. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I mean, let's just say, I'll see what we can do about maybe not having a mask on you, because I just want to, want the your driving ability to be.
If this is a conversation that. Oh no, I was going to say if this is a conversation that we should have in person. Just let me know too.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's totally fine. Now let's just say, in a hypothetical sense, let's just say we have a 4-star wanted level. You think we'd be able to? Your driving abilities would be able to get us out of that situation?
I'm sorry, you said if we have a 4-star...
Like I'm just trying to find a comparison, like a 4-star wanted level. Let's just say something goes wrong and there's like lots of cops. You think you'd be good at getting away from everybody? Or at least getting us to a situation where we could all bail and run and split up.
I think I have a little bit more experience than the average person does, so yeah, I'm pretty confident I can do that, no problem.
Wonderful. So now let me give you the lowdown this weekend. Me and two of my buddies, we were looking for a driver. I have me myself, I'll be brains behind the operation. We have somebody who's going to be on lookout. We also have a gunman. And we're just missing a driver. So pretty much the plan is either Saturday night or early Sunday morning. We're going to hit up just one jewelry store in the area. I'm still casing out a couple of places. Pretty much your goal would just to be to park maybe 200-300 feet away from the place, and we'll go in, do the job. Everybody jumps in the back of the van. I'll jump in the passenger seat, and you just take us to the lockup, and we'll just split everything 4 ways. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
Okay, wonderful. Now, no,
yeah, sounds fair. What area were you thinking?
I mean, you know the area. If you have a particular jewelry store in mind, let me know. But I'm casing out. We're gonna stick to the big places, and we're not doing any of the Jared's jewelry or K Jewelers. We're not doing any of that shit. I'm looking at high end, like just in out 2 seconds, type of thing. I actually have my buddy. We're just gonna call him F. He's actually, we're actually taking a more modern take on what we're doing. Actually, kind of recreating robberies that have already happened and doing like a type of gas mask approach, but since you'll be in the car, you don't have to worry about that. But that's how easy it's going to be. Everybody's going to be asleep. We're going to be in and out, and that's it.
Okay. No, I mean, if you have a place that you've already been casing, then I would prefer that because you've already been doing the homework on that.
Yeah.
As opposed to some new place where I don't really know what's up. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. And you'd be, let's just say in the Los Angeles area, you're comfortable driving all the way out to like San Diego, if that's where the lockup is.
Yeah. So long as it makes dollars, and so long as the dollars make sense, I have no problem with all that.
Yeah, we're looking at about, maybe 40, 50,000 a piece from those.
Okay. Well, that's hard to walk away from. So yeah.
And do you have any weapons on you?
I do not. No, sir, I do not.
Okay, so are you comfortable drive? Let's just say it comes down to it. Are you comfortable driving and shooting at the same time?
I've never done it, so I can't say I'm comfortable.
Okay. Now is that something you'd be up to doing?
It's a little bit outside of my resume, but it's definitely something we'll have to talk about.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Now, I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be pretty basic stuff. So. Now let's just say, now I forgot what you said. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've been involved in a few things, but nothing that's ever gotten out of hand or sloppy. So luckily, I've been able to keep my nose clean, and I only really go out when it really makes sense to.
Right. Yeah, and I've been trying to keep my nose clean too, but once that coat comes out, it's hard to keep everything going.
Yeah.
So now, all right, cool. So now let's just say if things do get hairy, and which again they probably should not and would not, unless something goes horrifically wrong. Are you prepared to, if I throw 1083 assault rifle at you, you're comfortable just locking and loading and doing whatever it takes to get out of the situation?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question, please?
I said let's just say things get really hairy. Are you, and we're driving around, things get hairy, something goes wrong. Are you comfortable with just doing anything and everything that needs to be done to get out of the situation, weapons, shooting, all that stuff? Not necessarily driving. Let's just say we're cornered somewhere. Or would you want to leave that up to me and the gunman?
Let's see. Well, we got to get paid, right? We've already gone out that far, and it's already gotten to such an extreme. So I mean, might as well finish the job.
Right. Gotcha. That makes sense. And you seem pretty chill about everything.
I try to be. I've got my own little personal story, so nowadays I just try to stay cool and relax.
Right. Do you have any questions for me? Anything that is concerning? Any just any questions? I know I've been drilling you with questions. I guess now it's time for you to do the same.
Yeah, actually, I do have one question that's more of a request. I'm just pulling up in my driveway. Can I call you as soon as I get back inside my house?
Sure. Let me let me call you back because I don't. My phone gets a little weird with incoming calls. So let me. Should I give you a call back in like a minute?
You call. like 5-10 minutes, no more.
5-10 minutes, no more. Okay, I will do that.
Okay, perfect. Please do. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh my God. Apparently, guys, we are all in the wrong line of work. It's that easy to get a driver for a bank robbery. He's probably like so excited. Or this guy's an undercover cop. Yeah. See, I was gonna tell him it was a joke, and that did not happen. Yeah, so I'm gonna call the bank robber guy back. Let's try and resolve this somehow. Let's see what happens.
Hello, this is Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. It was Mitch. We were speaking earlier, and you said to call back in about 5-10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So, what were you guys thinking?
Yeah, I guess pretty much where we left off before you had to go was, if you had any questions for me, and then I figured that when I called back, you were going to ask me some questions.
Well, I mean, my only question just would be more along the lines of, like, how you guys are figuring, like, if everything's worked out and I just have to, like, do my job, which is drive, and I can just focus on driving, I'd be so happy. Like, I don't have to worry about any outside thing except, sticking to my plan. And as long as we got it like that, I think it
Right.
should all go successful.
Gotcha. So you're saying if even if shit's getting hot and heavy, you just want to drive. You just want to be 100% focused on driving from point A to point B. You don't care what's going on around you. You just want to drive, that's fine with me.
Right. No.
Wonderful.
And as long as we got like plan A, plan B already set, like
Yeah.
wherever I'm driving or something happens, we have to drive someplace else. Or even if we have to switch and do something else, I just want, as long as I know maybe like an hour before, we're good. You know what I mean? Just to be good on like anything plan A, plan B. You know what I mean? We have to go one place and maybe that's compromised. You go someplace else. Just stuff like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's fine. I plan on being very. Guess we could plan for every scenario, and everybody will be on the same page with everything.
Okay.
Now, have you ever? Now, I really doubt this is going to come to this, but have you ever? I mean, you said that you've done stuff kind of like this before, and again, I don't want to get into specifics with you, like on your past and stuff, because it's kind of irrelevant. I think you're more than qualified. Have you ever? Let's just say it comes down to it. Have you ever dealt with a hostage situation?
Well, yeah, no, that's my specialty. Especially like most people would run away from traffic. I'm the type of person to run into traffic and get lost in you know what I mean. To take it a little bit further, I pretty much take those opportunities to make sure that anything that's behind us will not be behind us. Whether it's like waiting all the way for a last second to make the turn at a red light, or at a yellow light. Whether it's like going into an intersection slowly and making sure everybody's out of the way, but whoever is behind us can't follow. Those are like my specialties. So we like cut into any kind of problem. I'm pretty sure we can get out of it, especially with the way I know the city.
Right, I got you. And because what I was thinking about doing was having maybe 3 or 4 different points, which we could either. I don't want to do a GPS, like a physical GPS, just because people could tap into that and see where the car's at and stuff. But
No. The best would be like the
like a physical map.
What the old maps,
Yeah.
Thomas Guide maps.
Yeah.
Like a blown up sheet on Thomas Guide would be like the perfect thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I planned on just doing one of those, like the Atlas maps. But okay, that makes sense. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah.
So that way, if one route's blocked, one way's not working, we at least look at the Thomas Guide and we got a couple different sheets blown up. Wherever we're at, we're good.
Right.
Even if we have to take a side street or a side route, we already know the opposite exit.
Wonderful. That's what I like to hear. Because yeah, I planned on having 3, maybe 4 different places where we could park, and then also different places where not if stuff's crazy, but if stuff seems like it could get crazy after we're done. Because like I said, I mean, you said you know the area and stuff. I don't think something this big hasn't happened in a very, very long time. Especially in the couple areas that I'm looking at, so they're not going to be used to this stuff happening.
Right. No, and then sometimes at the same time, it might be one parking spot might be good, but a parking spot that's maybe super close, right around the cut where, like, let's say somebody tries to, like, follow for a description, they couldn't get to us because we had to walk down a walkway, and the vantage point wouldn't be you can get a description of the car.
Gotcha. Now,
because that's the other thing, too. If we're hidden well enough, or if the car's hidden well enough, they don't see what kind of vehicle you jump into, the no description on the car, it pretty much stays right there because nobody knows what the car looks like.
right.
As far as like any kind of response wouldn't know where to block off or what to look for.
Right. Yeah, that's a good little plan. Good little plan. Now,
In other words, it's a golden ship that you just got to protect. If it's protected when you leave and no eyes see it, then we're pretty much into the dust. Nobody sees anything.
right. Now, do you have any experience? Because, like I said, the gunner that I'm bringing, he has some experience doing this, but I'm just wondering because sometimes this next part takes a little more than one person. Are you comfortable destroying the evidence of the van with somebody?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't think any other way would have to happen.
Right, and what's your approach? Because I was thinking sticky bombs, putting them on and then blowing it up.
That, or we can paint it and leave it somewhere where on the city street that's not going to have any like parking enforcement or street sweeping in the next week or so.
Right, and we'll we can go over different options when it gets close. Because I'm just worried about fingerprints and DNA and hair follicles and all that stuff. So yeah. I don't know if you could hear that, but there's sirens in my area.
Oh, yeah, no, but at the same time, I do have a friend that works at a barber shop, so if I need extra hair to leave behind, it's not a problem. We can throw a bunch of hair all over the place.
Okay. Oh, you're definitely a pro. It's actually a fantastic idea. Would you be able to bring maybe 2 or 3 gallon Ziploc bags full of hair?
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, because I figured
I think
instead of blowing it up with sticky bombs, if we just line the van with bags and bags of hair, they're not going to be able to get a match on anything.
On anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Hair is flammable too.
So you're saying we could, between the bombs and the hair, that would actually make a bigger explosion.
Yeah, hair is very flammable, and it's one of those funny things if you ever see a wig store go up in flames.
Right. Right, that makes sense. Now my question, because this is where I got the inspiration from. Have you been playing some of that GTA 5 recently?
Have I played GTA 5? No, I haven't gotten it. I'm too busy running around the city.
No.
But if I do get a chance, and when I do get a good price on it, maybe jump on it.
Yeah, because actually the thing that we're doing is we're essentially recreating one of the missions because that's how detailed that game is. So pretty much we're gonna go in with the masks and the gas and make everybody pass out, and that's what they did in the actual video game. That's like one of the first missions you do.
Well, yeah, no, and the people that did it the best were the Russians. Chechen terrorists took over a small movie theater with a bunch of people. And the Russians pretty much were at a standoff for like 2 weeks until they were able to use special forces with volume gas. And that's how they were able to. A couple of people died because they used a lot of gas, which they kept under wraps, but they were able to take control of the movie theater and exterminate all the terrorists.
Gotcha. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm just asking because you're very informative. But are you an undercover cop or something?
No, and I was hoping you're not, and I hope the video game, this isn't a game, because I was like, it sounds a little too GTA 5. I hope it's not just a dream. I hope
No, this is
I just playing this.
this is going down for real. Not. I mean, it goes down in the game, but I'm just saying, for real, for real. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
I mean, I was gonna say I don't play, but I do play the game. So like I do play, but at the same time I don't.
Okay.
I take this. I take
Yeah,
this
'cause like
more.
I said,
Yeah, I pretend I take these things as serious as childbirth. You know what I mean? If one thing goes wrong, the baby's dead, and I treat everybody like my babies in the situation.
yeah, no, and there's no 80% or 90% success. It's either 100 or,
Yeah,
all
100,
that
100 are
first,
dead. Yeah. Now you mentioned the Russians and the standoff and stuff. You're cool with doing like a standoff if it comes down to that, right?
I think everybody should weigh their options, and as far as like, should something happen, everybody should be responsible for themselves to a certain extent. But yeah, at another extent, we should all be willing to write it out until everybody can get away, not just one person.
Gotcha. Now,
Because if there is a standoff and one person leaves, they're still going to get him into custody.
yeah, no,
At least if we hold it off to find a distraction.
I hear that 100%, 100. Now, my question for you is: do you have a console?
Yeah.
All right. What are you an Xbox guy?
Most of my friends have Xbox, but I don't believe in paying money, so I have a PS3.
PS3. Okay. If you could bring a 360 this weekend, that would make everything so much easier. Because me and the other guys, we have 360s too, so this would make this whole thing a lot easier.
And why would we need that?
To do the mission, to pull all this off.
Why would we need it? So it's a joke then.
For the Grand Theft Auto game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll bring my console.
Yeah, so that way, I mean, we can't pull off the mission without having everybody have their own consoles, do a little LAN party, and get everybody in the world together. Otherwise, we can't. Otherwise, we
Right.
can't pull it off.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
You understand that I'm talking. This is all in a video game world. We're not actually really robbing a place. We're trying to beat the Grand Theft Auto mission.
Right. I understand that. You're trying to do it online.
Right.
So this whole thing is for GTA Online.
Yeah. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you seem pumped before, and then I guess there was a little bit of confusion. You don't seem as pumped anymore.
Oh, no. We're good.
We're good. So you're cool, like with just all weekend, just hanging out with me and a few of the buddies, and just playing all weekend, just pulling up. Maybe if we all work together, we could beat the game. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. Yeah. So all of the the driving on the train tracks and stuff. I meant in the game, and you said you haven't played before, so I guess your driving might be a little rough, but from your past experiences, it seems like you've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I played a lot.
Gotcha. All right, so let's. I don't know. I was thinking maybe probably tomorrow night after I get done babysitting. Okay, so what are you thinking? Maybe like 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll give you a call and tell you where to meet us.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. And you don't have a copy of the game, but I guess it's the least I could do if you're going to help join our crew is get a copy of the game for you. Are you all right, dude? You sound really bummed out.
No, not at all. I just got home and I parked.
Gotcha.
I think when you talked to me on the phone, I was driving.
Okay. See, when I talked to you, I was driving, but I was in the Grand Theft Auto world.
Yeah, no, not a problem.
All right, man. Well, I'm pumped. I mean, we're gonna. It's gonna be a really really fun mission that we're gonna do. And it's gonna be a lot of fun if we do it right. We can make a lot of money in the world, and you could buy like in that game you could buy haircuts. You You could buy upgrades to the cars. You could do a lot of cool stuff with the money we're going to make from it in the game.
Okay, works out. Sounds good. Give me a call tomorrow.
All right, will do, man. You're great. You're fantastic. I'm pumped to play with you. You sound like a true gamer.
You too, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye. I ruined his night. He sounded so sad. He sounded so sad. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Claps to me. Claps to me. Either he's really, either he's like a crazy bank robber, or he's an undercover cop that just got so sad very quickly.